Hello everyone, back to today's third and final video. So we're doing the third Easter update for your final video tonight. Going to have a look at GFS model, see what it's showing for the whole of the Easter period starting next Thursday, so less than a week away now. In fact, in a week's time it will be Good Friday, and we're going to run through to Easter Monday as well. So the story with this is that the first couple of updates were very cold updates indeed, and suggesting quite a lot of wintry weather included as well over the Easter period, running up to and over the Easter period. We'll see what update 3 has to say in a moment. Just say we're going to be starting competition on Sunday, and we'll be running it throughout next week, concluding on Easter Sunday. So I'll have more about that tomorrow at the start of the week ahead forecast. We're teaming up with metcheck.co.uk weather instrumentation. I'm on the website of metcheck.co.uk weather instrumentation. We're teaming up to have a spring giveaway. So if you come back to weekend forecast tomorrow, you will see the prize that we are giving away, and I'll tell you how you'll be able to enter that, and we'll be starting the competition on Sunday. So quite exciting times coming up this weekend. We're going to begin then having a look at the GFS model for Thursday. So as I said, this is less than a week away now in terms of the beginning of the Easter period. Anyway, this is how things are looking on Maundy Thursday, 29th of March, where we've got low pressure very close to the country. Now, what's happened with the GFS over the past few runs, and I haven't done a week same day video update today because I haven't had time. I've done GMA Friday, that video's on the homepage, and also the ENSO update has been released as well. So I haven't been able to tell you about what's happened with the GFS model over the past few model runs. It's actually backed off this very cold Easter idea quite a bit. However, the GEM and the E70F are both still looking really quite cold and wintry running up to and going into the Easter period. So it's all a bit uncertain, really, this. But the GFS is backing off that cold signal. And what's going on is that we are in more or less a cold and block pattern. We've got high pressure reaching through the Atlantic and going up towards Greenland. But we've got this trough centering itself over the top of the UK, this area of low pressure. So this is just, excuse me, just about keeping us on the mild side of the area of low pressure and bringing the air generally from the Atlantic, although it's a very close run thing, and actually across Scotland we are putting in these cold northeasterly winds. So that's how the upper air temperatures look on Thursday next week. Cold for Scotland and Northern Ireland with a -5 isotherm through there. I mean, it's not warm further south, but it's not as cold across England and Wales, just rather chilly there, and there's quite a bit of rain heading northwards across England and Wales. Could be quite a wet day on Thursday next week, although Scotland and Northern Ireland more towards sunshine and probably wintry showers. Those are the temperatures for Thursday next week. So in the east, possibly it's around 8, 9, 10 degrees, but in the west, only at around 5, 6 or 7, and across Scotland, well, really quite cold there, with temperatures just 3 or 4 degrees at best, and some parts of northern Scotland struggling to get above freezing. So we are very close to that cold weather. That's how things are looking on Good Friday, a week away now, with low pressure just to the southwest of Ireland. We've got this blocking feature through the Atlantic and going up towards Greenland. Again, northerly winds are being pulled down between the block and the low pressure to the southwest. And those northerly winds are just to the north and west of the British Isles, but a very slight adjustment will place us under cold weather. And actually for Scotland, we are still pulling in cold air from the northeast, but elsewhere the wind is generally coming up around this area of low pressure from the south and southwest. So there's the upper air temperature, still looking cold across Scotland, just about down into Northern Ireland. England and Wales not as cold, and starting to pull up some slightly milder air actually into the very far south. There's the precipitation for Friday, looking wet across southern parts of the country, and that band of rain is heading northwards. That's moving into cold air, so if that gets up to Scotland, that could give some snow for them, but elsewhere it's a band of rain that's moving northwards. Those are the temperatures on Good Friday. So Scotland and Northern Ireland somewhere between around 2 to 7 degrees. England and Wales, though, at around 8 to 11 degrees, so significantly milder down in the south. That Saturday, that low pressure still hanging around to the southwest. Again, Same idea, cold north to northeasterly winds are plunging southwards just to the north and west of the British Isles. Scotland is still in those cold northeasterly winds. Elsewhere, the air is generally coming around that area of low pressure from the southwest. There's the upper air temperature, so Scotland hangs on to the cold air. Elsewhere, I mean, it's not particularly warm air, but it isn't as cold as it is further north. By the way, notice some very warm air pushing out of North Africa into central and eastern parts of Europe. So if you're ready for a bit of spring warmth, head down to somewhere like Corsica, Sardinia, or maybe over into Italy. There's going to be some, if not spring, if not early summer warmth down there this Easter weekend. That's how the precipitation is looking on Saturday. So that band of rain has pushed northwards to Northern Ireland and Scotland, and of course it's running into that cold air, so on its leading edge certainly that could be giving snow, even down to low levels. Sunshine and showers really following along behind to England and Wales. Those are the temperatures, a real north-south split, just 1 to 5 degrees across Scotland and Northern Ireland, but England and Wales between around 10 to 13 degrees. This is Easter Sunday itself. It looks unsettled. Low pressure is centering over the top of the country. These cold north to northeast winds are now starting to push further southwards across Scotland and Northern Ireland as well, with this low pressure holding off the cold air across England and Wales. It's a very complex setup, this. So for Easter Day, we've got cold air across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Showers could well be turning to snow up there with those north to northeast winds. For England and Wales, we remain with that less cold air centred around the area of low pressure. Showers or longer spells of rain as well for Easter Sunday. Quite a wet day, especially so for England and Wales. Again, there is a dividing line between the less cold air and the proper cold air that's to the north, and so particularly across northern England I would have thought there is the chance of some of that rain falling as snow. Temperatures look like that. Again, a real north-south split, so Scotland, Northern Ireland just 1 degree to 4 degrees Celsius. Northern England marks a boundary. So southern parts of northern England are at around 9 to 11 degrees, but go just 50, 60 miles further north and we're barely above freezing. So obviously there is a big boundary there between the air masses, and there could be snow on that boundary as well as quite heavy rain. The rest of England and Wales still looking fairly mild for England and Wales, with temperatures around 10 or 11 degrees. And then we go through to Easter Monday. This is how Easter Monday looks on this third Easter update tonight, and that low pressure is finally clearing away to the east, and that's turning the winds into the north. So this cold air that has been lurking to the north throughout this whole third update finally gets pushed southwards across the whole of the British Isles. So there's the upper air temperatures, all places looking cold on Easter Monday. There's still precipitation, particularly across England and Wales. Some of that could well be falling as sleet or snow as the temperature lowers, so rain, sleet or snow essentially across England and Wales, with wintry showers further north. Those are the temperatures, much colder across England and Wales, just 3, 4 or 5 degrees, and go further north, it's colder than that, just 1 to 4 degrees really for much of Scotland and northern England. Northern Ireland coming out at 5 or 6 degrees. Before we go, I'll just show you the ECMWF so we can get an idea of what that's doing tonight. It is updating as I'm speaking, so I'm not sure how far we'll be able to get with it. So that's Tuesday, where already it's starting to look quite a bit colder than what the ECMWF is showing. That is Wednesday next week. Again, quite a bit colder what the ECM is showing. That's Thursday next week. Now, at this point, the ECM, the GFS, I should say, has low pressure more or less centering over the country. But you'll notice the ECM has this high pressure to the northeast, a lot closer towards us. So therefore, it's much colder. Look at that. It's a much colder day on Thursday next week, with a -10 isotherm touching the east coast. And see if we can go any further on. So that's Good Friday. Then again, it's looking quite cold, though maybe for the south, pulling up some slightly less cold southwest winds. That's probably about as far as we're going to be able to get with it. So it looks like the ECMWF is still trending colder really for the east period, as is the GEM, the Canadian model. The GFS is relatively mild until until Easter Monday for the south when it pulls down those cold northern winds, although for Scotland it is cold throughout. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, and I would expect more changes over the next few days. We're going to do a weekend forecast, of course, tomorrow, so hopefully things will become clearer one way or another overnight. For this third update, it looks like a cold Easter for Scotland. England and Wales, not as cold, actually quite mild at times. Quite a bit of rain around, but the caveat is some of the other models, the ECM included, are quite a lot colder. Certainly running up to Easter anyway. So let's wait and see where we go when we do weekend forecast tomorrow. Right, don't forget to check out JMA Friday if you haven't yet done so. That's on the homepage. And of course, there's that ENSO update. Tomorrow, we're going to begin by having our first seasonal model roundup for the summer of 2018. We're getting 9 long-range models together. See what we're all showing. That will be released around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then after that, we've got weekend forecast when we'll begin by having all the information on our giveaway that will be starting on Sunday. Right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.